where the unknown gunmen. Now I'm at one of the chemist shop where the incident happened. Very ugly incident. People's Movement, may I ask one of the residents here at Angwargwa. Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
I can see that they are sweeping out blood from the shop.
Yes.
What happened?
This is the blood as a result of the gunshots from yesterday. You know, some few people after this parodic shooting came to try treat themselves, and right here they were still fired here.
Wow.
Now this blood you can see. This is a footwear from a woman that was shot. Yes. Some of them are still in the hospital, you know, still responding to treatment. As of this morning, we already have a number of 26 dead bodies lying down. You know, the truth is, the media are not telling the world the truth. We've had security talk about this before now. They told us this Easter we're not going to celebrate it properly, and they started it a week to this time. Now our agitation is, what is the government trying to do about this? Because we can't hold on and keep watching this happen when the government are there trying to give bills at the House of Assembly and talking about lots of money going to security issues. They're not even considering the life and welfare of the masses here. And Kuba is a delicate place. And now that you've touched the center, I wonder what is going to happen, because it's going to start everywhere. We don't take it. Enough is enough. The killing is enough. Those that were killed are brothers, our sisters, our fathers, our mothers. They have brothers, they are our brothers. Now, how do they want us to respond? When TV stations come here, they get this news, they edit them. They say what the government wants to hear. We're here to say it raw. If this happens again, we'll take it on our own self. And we don't want to take that, because we believe in peace. Christianity preaches peace. Christianity preaches compassion. Christianity preaches forgiveness. But then, when you are pushed to the wall, what do you do? I want the government to answer that. When you are pushed to the wall, what do you do? Power to the people. We must. I can see some of the gunshots. Oh, no, but it's the truth. Now look at the walls. These are bullets fired here. What is this?
So now, let me ask you, from yesterday night till now, how do you describe the proactiveness of the security agencies?
Now, the truth is, the proactiveness of the security agencies since yesterday, I must be honest, they've just been passerbys. None of them had come to see what is happening. They only pass, park, and just check and move. We don't know what reports they are giving back. The truth is, they've not been proactive and talk more of being active. Nothing is being done. Right now, please, can you just look at the crowd all around? We are all standing on the gap. We don't even know what to do right now. We don't know what to do.
So now, fast forward to this morning.
Yes, sir.
Any government official?
We've not seen anyone yet, except if they are being delegated to come. We've not seen them. But if since yesterday, at about 7 down to this time, that is over 12 hours, I have not seen a government official coming to say, okay, what has really happened? Thank God for this plan. Osama, God bless you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. what to do right now. We don't know what to do.
So now, fast forward to this morning.
Yes, sir.
Any government official?
We've not seen anyone yet, except if they are being delegated to come. We've not seen them. But if since yesterday, at about 7 down to this time, that is over 12 hours, I will not see a government official coming to say, okay, what has really happened? Thank God for this plan. Osama, God bless you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And we know our voices will not be edited. We know our voices will be heard. And we know that God is going to take control. But as we are going into politics, we should be careful. We'll become very careful because there is more to it than meets the eyes. They've now left poverty in the land so that we can start struggling for food. So that when it is time, they'll start giving peanuts and say, come and vote. This time we are wiser. Our eyes don't open. Our eyes don't shine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
People's movement. You know, this is people's movement where we hold our leaders accountable and draw their attention. You can see the crowd here. They are all pained. And one unfortunate thing is that I will not be surprised that tomorrow government will come and share rights to the victims or the family of the victim. Now, I keep saying it. I am not a prophet of doom, but it will happen again. You know why? Because without justice, there can never be peace. Now, as we speak now, with what our youth that lives on here in Agwarukuba said, that there are people statements that something was going to happen. And we have seen cases where securities will hear about things, but this nonchalant attitude, and they come after it happened, government will come to condemn. And the unfortunate thing now, as everybody is here pained, because one or two loved ones are gone, these same corporates are somewhere cleaning their guns and sharpening their knife for the next point of attack that we don't know. Now, what is most scaring is that we hear of the rural areas, we hear of villages and all that, but now it has entered the town, not just the town, the commercial hub of Just North, the main place where most youth, because I'm conversant with Angwarukuba. When I was in University of Jos, I stayed in a university staff quarters here. In fact, I only go to the university quarters where I stay to sleep, but this is where my life is. So I know one thing with people's movement, with the talker, IEB, we see something, we say something. So, and this is what we have come to report, and the people here in Agwarukuba, nobody says the story more than them. So we are putting this out for the world and the government to see. Please let them do the needful.
And Osama, they keep saying cattle headers and all of that, and farmers and what? Is Angwarukuba a ranch? No. Is it a cattle headers? Is it a Fulani's place? So why are they attacking us? Is it a farm? No. Are we farmers? No. So Osama, the government needs to look at this, because the truth is, they said the voice of the people is the voice of God. Now, if the government don't listen to the voice of the people and listen to the voice of segregated people after editing this news and all of that, then where do the masses lie? Now, nobody is going to school. Food, we are supposed to go look for food, no food to eat. Is it the one mudu of rice or one bag they'll bring and share that will cancel the blood of the innocent ones that are lying on the ground?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Yes, no problem. So, People's Movement, we just keep your dial on this platform. We'll keep you posted. Agaba Agruguji.
Good morning, Biafrans. Thank you so much. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Please share share and share. You have listened to what the reporter have said. A lot of things have been said, and one thing that I'm not comfortable with, and one thing that we continue to let the people understand, is that those who are responsible for the killings, for the calamity in that evil contraption, should not be called to come and protect those that they have killed. With all the things, all the statements that are being made, it is very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate and sad that they still call on the government to come to their rescue, or call the government to come to their aid. It is very, very unfortunate. The government that is responsible for all the killings, you are still calling them come and do something about the people that they killed, or to come and form security for you. The government can never do that. I want you to understand that. That is the only problem I have with the reports and because the Nigerian government is complicit in these crimes. They are responsible for all these deaths. This is a birthday cake shared to the Nigerian people. You don't expect the same people that share this bloody birthday cake to you to come as well, subsequently to come and defend you. There should have been a media outcry. There should have been an outrage. There should have been protests all over Nigeria if it was to be a place that is good for habitation. But you don't see any media outrage. No media outrage whatsoever. Let us listen to this.
It's not the first time because it's far away. What kind of humanity is that? Because let me tell you, if this was Europe, if this was America, you people would not sleep. Story. Breaking news everywhere. People are being killed, families wiped out, and the whole world is just scrolling like nothing is happening. I am actually sick of this, yeah? And don't come here and tell me it's an ongoing conflict. So what? So what? Because it happens often, we must just sit and accept death, yeah? Should we do that? So what are we saying now? Some lives matter less because it's not the first time, because it's far away. What kind of humanity is that? Because let me tell you, if this was Europe, if this was America, you people would not sleep on this story. Breaking news everywhere. Hashtags, headlines, sympathy, everything, yeah? But because it's Nigeria, it's quiet. It's ignored. It's treated like it's normal. There is nothing, people dying. At the end of the day, we're all human. Same blood, same pain, same families, same tears. So how do we pick and choose? Pain deserves attention. How do we scroll past people dying like it's just another video? That's not just a me problem. That's a humanity problem. We see you, Nigeria. We hear you, and we stand with you in these times. Because this silence, it's not just loud, it's heartless, yeah? This silence, it's not just loud. It is People are being killed, families wiped out, and the whole world is just rolling like nothing is happening. I am actually sick of this, yeah? And don't come here and tell me it's an ongoing conflict. So what? So what? Because it happens often, we must just sit and accept death, yeah? Should we do that? So what are we saying now? Some lives matter less because it's not the first time? Because it's far away? What kind of humanity is that? Because let me tell you, if this was Europe, if this was America, you people would not sleep on the story. Breaking news everywhere, hashtags, headlines, sympathy, everything, yeah? But because it's Nigeria, it's quiet. It's ignored. It's treated like it's normal. There is nothing normal about people dying. At the end of the day, we are all human. Same blood, same pain, same families, same tears. So how do we pick and choose whose pain deserves attention? How do we scroll past people dying like it's just another video? That's not just a media problem. That's a humanity problem. We see you, Naria. We hear you. And we stand in these times. Because you know what? This silence, it's not just loud. It's heartless. This silence, it's not just loud. It is heartless.
You have listened to that? These are people who have same mind. These are people who really understand the meaning of life. These are people who actually understand the meaning of life. She made you to understand that if it was outside Nigeria, more importantly in the United Kingdom or in America, in US, in France, there will be a lot of outcry. A lot of outcry because of this atrocity. But it is not in Nigeria. It is not in America. That is why you don't see outcry. It was to be in US, you see media outrage. You see sympathetic, responses from countries, from individuals, from corporations, talking about the massacre. In America, or even in Afghanistan, or even in Iran, you see the world condemning it. But because it is in Nigeria, a lawless people, a lawless country, a terrorist country, you don't see any media outcry. You don't see that. It's very, very unfortunate and very, very sad that people die. The seriousness that it is taking is really appalling. Nobody takes it serious, especially the government. The government do not value the lives of the people whose lives are lost. The government do not care. The government do not give a damn. You can imagine a president's birthday and the cake he has to share to his citizens is blood. The Fulani terrorists are killing people up and down. Even to the people that you kill, there are people who have, it is their only children or their only child, their only issues. It is their only sons or their only daughters. It is their breadwinners. But these people will be shattered and heartbroken for the rest of their lives. And the government are actually not doing anything about it. Why are the government not doing anything about it? The answer lies in the topic. The answer to their ineffectiveness, inability to tackle this insecurity lies in the topic of today. Because it is Nigerian government that have created this opportunity for Nigerians to be killed. Nigerian government created this opportunity for people to be killed. The environment of these massacres was created by the Nigerian state. The Islamization agenda was created by the Nigerian state for the singular reason that Nigeria is supposed to be a secular state, but the leaders of Nigeria put Sharia into their constitution and allow 12 states to practice Sharia. That is an invitation to anarchy. That is an environment for destruction. That is an environment for jihad. That is why it is happening today, and the people are crying, and the government cannot do anything because they created the insecurity in the first place. Senator Ted Cruz have said it, that the environment of today's wailing, crying, lamentation was created by the Nigerian state. And that is nothing but the truth.
I know, I understand.
I really appreciate your effort yesterday, and also condolence and accept it with my faith. All I can say is that I don't have much to say. Promise is my only male child that I have.
The pain. This is the pain of a mother who lost her only child, her only son. You can imagine you wake up in the morning, you are going to work, your children have dispersed to go and do their everyday daily job. And you are called, or you got the information that the children that you left this morning came back tonight, and you find out that your children are no more there. You find out that your children have been killed. You find out your children have disappeared. You find out that your last line of hope have been taken away from you, not because of natural disaster, not because he went to rob, for the singular reason that the security agency, that the government that was supposed to protect that child or those children sent hired killers, sent jihadists, sent marauders, sent kidnappers to take away that source of your joy from you. To take away that joy from you. You carried your child or your children for 9 months. You nurtured them. You trained them to become something, to take care of you at your old age. To be able to raise children as well and give you children and give you grand and great grandchildren. Eventually, these children were taken away from you forcefully because of the government inability to protect you, because of the government policy against you as a mother, against you as communities, against you as states, because of somebody who has an Islamic agenda, because of somebody who wants to convert you Christians into Islamic State. Your child or your children are taken away from you forcefully. Imagine that pain that this woman will be undergoing because of that singular decision by the Nigerian terrorist state to rehabilitate terrorists into their army, to encourage the state in Nigeria. They encourage kidnapping. They encourage ransom taking. They encourage embezzlement of funds. Nigeria encourage criminality. Nigeria do not value lives. That is why the lives of these people that died never mattered to the Nigerian government. That is why this woman is lamenting. That is why you can see that this woman is alive, but inwardly, she is already dead. Because what is she supposed to live for? The children that she raised, the child that she expected to be somebody who is going to take care of her when she is old, is now forcefully taken away from her. You see how painful that it is. I want you to listen to this lady. And if you find yourself in her shoes, what are you going to do, or what are you going to say? Some people may not survive it. Yes, because it is really heartbroken. It is very, very sad. This is Nigeria for you, where you can wake up today, the next moment, you are no longer there. If the security agencies did not kill you, if the policy of Nigeria did not kill you, the Fulani herdsmen that they are training will kill you. If the Fulani herdsmen did not kill you, the Boko Haram, they are there. The ISWAP, they are there. The security agencies will harass you, put you in detention, or even disappear you. The government policy from number 1 to the least has been against indigenous people. The only people that the government policies favor are those who are in government, especially the leaders of the political class. So you, as an ordinary citizen, you don't have a guarantee of your safety. The government cannot guarantee your safety. You yourself is incapacitated because the government have not given you the enabling environment to even protect yourself. So we are calling the people to rise up, to wake up from this sleep and take their responsibility and take the bull by the horn to destroy this government. Let every region rise up and demand to exit that evil contraption called Nigeria, because one Nigeria is Islamization, one Nigeria is jihadism, one Nigeria is kidnapping, is killing, is destruction, is evil, is corruption. Everything that have to do with evil is what one Nigeria stands for. And the earlier we rise up and challenge the continued existence of Nigeria, the better for each and every one of us. The better for us. Otherwise, the situation that this woman finds herself will be the situation that awaits each and every one of you in that evil contraption called Nigeria. Unless we rise up, especially the Biafran people that I'm speaking to, unless we rise up and support our government, Nigeria will continue to take away joy from our hearts and put tears in our eyes.
I know, I understand.
Good afternoon. I really appreciate the effort that made my soul.
I know, I understand.
Good afternoon. I really appreciate the effort yesterday and also the compliments I accepted with my face. All I can say is that I don't have much to say. Promise is my only male child that I have.
No.
It's the only thing I have. I give God glory. He is the one that gave me, and He is the one that carried me back. I am saying thank you, Jesus. But I strongly believe that the blood of promise and the innocent people that they shed will never go in vain. Because I believe that my soul is a man. My son, even by mistake, if I'm crying him, he'll say, Mommy, I don't want to see your tears. I don't ever want to see it. Which I am happy that today I know that the promise is going to fight this battle for me. Because he will not allow me to be shedding tears like this. I'll go in vain. Their blood will never go like chicken. The God of vengeance is going to fight for us. The God of vengeance is going to fight for us. We don't know them. We don't know where they are. We don't know where they are hiding. But the God that we are serving is going to use their spirit to fight them.
It's okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you so much.
Merely looking at this woman, you will see that this woman's spirit is not already with her. See, it's just living because everything that puts joy to her heart has been taken away from her just by the special grace of God that this woman is speaking. Tell me, which mother, which parent will just be sitting, seeing how her son or her children are taken, and will be happy with it? See how the woman is speaking. If not for the people that are around her, the woman have lost all manner of hope. This is what the Nigerian government have cost this family. This is what the Nigerian government, the Tinubu administration, have cost this family. The loss of a loved one is very, very painful. Very, very painful. And this is not the first time, or neither is it the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth. This has been a daily recurring event in almost all parts of Nigeria. And if actually the government is really committed towards stopping terrorism, all these things, but because the government of Nigeria has more money out of this calamity, is why they continue to happen. But we should because all these atrocities of the Nigerian government, the world is noticing it. The world have given about it. The world knows about it. And Nigerians still complicit in all the terror activities that is happening in India. People are dying is because of the Nigerian government. Please, yes, the Tinubu administration supporting the invasion of communities. And we appreciate Chukwu Okike Abiama because the world now understands that Nigerian government is really and actually responsible for all these atrocious acts. And I just want to relate to us what Senator Tate Cruz, one of the senators that are very much known and are spoken in Washington, D.C., one of the tweet that he made yesterday in relation to what just happened, in relation to this Jos massacre, in relation to this just massacre? A lot of us, a lot of us know who Ted Cruz is. He's a well-known figure in the American politics. He's well known in the world, more importantly for his stand against persecution, against jihad, against this Fulani agenda as it concerns Nigeria. So Senator Ted Cruz is a well-known figure. So before we go into what he tweeted about this genocide that is happening, about this latest killing that happened on Palm Sunday, we must have to know who Ted Cruz is, because a lot of people just hear the name, they don't know who he is, they don't know what he does, they don't know his lifestyle, and they don't know why he takes so much stand against Nigeria. Now, Ted Cruz, his full name is Raphael Edward Cruz. He is an American politician and he's an attorney. He is an attorney serving as a junior United States Senator. He's from Texas. And he has been an attorney and serving in the Senate since 2013. So he is a very strong figure in American politics. And he's a member of the Republican Party. Ted Cruz is among those born 1970. So he has seen a lot of atrocities that is being committed in Nigeria. So when you see him speaking about Nigeria, he has already known, because he has followed successive governments. And he has been hearing about these atrocities that is happening in Nigeria. So he knows it from left, right, and center. He can even tell you the history of Nigerian political system. So he's not a novice. So when such persons, you see, when all these people who have been in American Senate for a very long time, when they speak or when they tweet, the world listens. So he is a politician and he graduated from a law school. And after law school, Ted Cruz clerked for U.S. Justice William Rehnquist. He worked in the W. Bush administration at the Department of Justice and the Federal Trade Commission from 2003 to 2008. Senator Ted Cruz has served as a Solicitor General of the state of Texas. He is the first Hispanic person and the youngest in the nation to hold that role at that time. In that position, he argued 9 cases before the United States Senate. So he has a flourishing career in the United States Senate. He's one of the strong voices when it comes to debate, when it comes to American issues in relation to politics. So when he speaks, whether it concerns America or any nation, he can't just come out and talk. But whenever he talks, whenever he speaks, or whenever he writes, whatever he said is taken very, very seriously. You all understand that before Nigeria was designated for a country or particular concern, this senator, Ted Cruz, was so vocal about the punishment for Nigeria because of their stand, because of the Nigerian government position on this Christian genocide. It was Ted Cruz that started that crusade. And he said that he is going to make sure that Nigerian government is held accountable, and every person that is helping Nigeria, that is a participant to this atrocious activity of genocide against Christians, that such persons or individuals will be held into account. So Ted Cruz was first elected in the Senate in 2012. He defeated incumbent Kelbel Hitchson in the Republican primary runoff and winning the general election. He became the first US Hispanic from Texas. He was re-elected in 2018 in a closer race, and again in 2024, which he's called his position where he stands now as a senator. His position will end in 2031. So he still have a long year of career in that American Senate. So he is known for his consistent. Listen, he said, Ted Cruz is known for his consistently conservative positions on economic policy, social issues, national security, border security, and opposition to big tech influences and certain federal mandates. He gained national attention in 2013 for a 21-hour Senate speech. Wow. Opposing the Affordable Act. That's for the American Congress, okay? He said he serves in the U.S. He served as chairman of the Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation in the 19th Congress, which oversees areas like transportation, communication, science, technology, and consumer protection. He also sits on the Foreign Relations and Judicial Committees. He is a member of the Foreign Relations. He also sits on Foreign Relations and Judicial Committees. Notable legislative efforts include measures related to NASA reauthorization, sanctions on adversary, education, serving accounts, and holding media companies accountable. In other words, Ted Cruz is a no-nonsense senator. He's a senator that when you have him to speak for you, he's going to make sure that the case for which he stands for must be treated at all cost. And that was why when he was, creating the awareness for Nigeria CPC designation, the Nigerian government started, accusing him, oh, he's pro Biafra, he's pro IPOB, he's pro this, he's pro that, because of his stand in telling the world that Nigerian government need to be held into account for their activity against the Christians in that evil contraption. Now, what is the tweet that Ted Cruz made recently in relation to this massacre that we are talking about? Let us go to his tweet. So, on Sunday, on Sunday, which also incidentally was a Palm Sunday, Christians were celebrating Christians were celebrating the triumphant entrance of Christ into Jerusalem, right? That was what it's supposed to be. The triumphant entry of Christ into Jerusalem. So, and the Nigerian government gave them Easter gift. Nigerian government gave Nigerians an Easter and a Palm Sunday gift. So, white Christians were are preparing for the Easter celebration. The entrance of Christ into Jerusalem, while they were celebrating the Palm Sunday, the Nigerians have another opinion. The Nigerian government had another celebrating Sunday. What is the 1 minute? While Christians were celebrating the Palm Sunday, the triumphant entrance of Christ into Jerusalem, the Nigerian government have a package for the celebrating Christians. And that same day was the birthday of the terrorist Nigerian government president. The gift, or to wish them a happy Palm Sunday, the Nigerian government now sent their foot soldiers, sent their jihadists, sent their brothers and sisters, sent their prodigal sons to Jos Plateau to go and deliver that bloody cake to the indigenous people in that part of Nigeria. So a lot of people kept quiet, mainly from the Nigerian government political class. If you go through the media, you find out that almost all the politicians, none of them wrote to commiserate with the families of the dead. Most, they could not even visit the victims to commiserate with them or to sympathize with them, to even tell them sorry or to even see it for themselves. But to far away in the United States of America, this our outspoken Senator Ted Cruz wrote, and I said, and I read, another slaughter of Christians in Nigeria by jihadists, this time on Palm Sunday. Nigerian government officials created an environment. Listen, this is not, he is not speculating. He is not suggesting. He said, Nigerian government officials have created an environment in which Christians are routinely persecuted and slaughtered. What is that environment? By imposing Sharia law and looking the other way at violence. They created a Sharia law. Nigerian government, this is very, very important, because Nigeria was supposed to be a secular state. Nigeria was not supposed to be mixed with anything of religion. Nigeria was supposed to be a secular state where everybody was supposed to worship anything that the person wants to worship. You cannot say Nigeria is a Christian religion. You cannot say Nigeria is a Islamic religion. You cannot say Nigeria is traditional. You cannot say it's a atheist. You cannot say it's a Judaist. Nigeria was a secular state where nobody's religion should be superior to the other. But Nigerian government created what is happening today far back by imposing Sharia law, and they look the other way around because Sharia encourages this bloodletting. Sharia encourages the followers or the religion, that's their religion, to be superior over the other religion. Sharia law give the right to Muslims to kill Christians, to kill anybody that they looked at as infidel. I played you a video on the other day where they are saying they are bold to say that their religion should be superior to every other religion, and that those who could not respect their religion should be killed. So Nigerian government created that environment of what is happening today. And that is what Senator Ted Cruz is reminding everybody. Said those officials, but he said those officials should know that the United States of America knows who they are and have the tools to hold them accountable. Very, very important. This is one of the tweets that Nigerian government should not sleep with their two eyes closed, because whenever Ted Cruz speaks, it comes with the consequences for those who are involved. Remember, while he was talking about the Christian persecution or the genocide that was happening, remember when he was talking about it, he didn't sleep until Nigeria was designated a country of particular concern. In this case, he is telling those officials who made it possible that Sharia is implemented in Nigeria, even when Nigeria is supposed to be a secular state, that the United States of America knows you by name. He knows where you are. He knows what you are doing. And the tools to hold you into account, the Nigerian government, you have to be aware that Ted Cruz knows about that. Now, let us read about the massacre. We are going to read about the massacre. But it is quite unfortunate that they tell us that, oh, it is only about a few people that were killed. But we are getting a very huge numbers of people who have died as a result of this attack on just community. So we are going to read. He said, Palm Sunday attack in Nigeria, Jos Archdiocese leaves 11 dead, curfew imposed. This narrative is a very wrong narrative. There is one smart thing that the media is doing right now. If you work the New York Times and other mainstream media, they are underreporting actually what is playing out in Nigeria. They are twisting the narrative. They are twisting the news. They don't want to be factual because of what? You know, Nigerian government did something that is very, very condemnable. Nigerian government have seen that their image is being destroyed in Washington, D.C. What did they do? They now went out and hired lobbyists, spent thousands and thousands of dollars. Those lobbyists, what are they doing? The lobbyists will go and meet all the news agencies, all the mainstream media, and pay them in order for them to try to twist the narrative of what every information that is coming out of Nigeria. The Nigerian news media, this is not the Nigerian news media, the international news media. When you heard that Tinubu is paying lobbyists $13.5 million, when you hear that Nigerians are paying millions and millions of dollars in Washington, D.C., in order to change the narrative or to represent Nigeria as against the Christian persecution issue, this is part of it. Now, in the attack that happened on Sunday, 30 people have been confirmed dead. 30 people. But what is the news doing? This EWTN news is underreporting what happened. They said 11 people dead. Not only that, you are going to hear more. He said a deadly attack has left at least 11 people dead and several others injured following an attack by suspected gunmen. He said suspected gunmen in Gwariyawa community, Agban Rakuba, served by Nigerian Diocese of Jos. You see it. They did not write Fulani herdsmen. They did not write Islamic fundamentalists. They did not write the jihadists. They did not write it. They left out Fulani. This is the work of the lobbyists. This is what the lobbyists are doing. They make sure that every news media that want to carry out this news have to twist the narrative so that people will be deceived on what is actually playing out. They are doing it here. New York Times also did it against even the Vice President of America. And they were like, are you serious? Even Michael Rubio, okay, the Speaker of the House, they are twisting the information. They are twisting it. They don't want you to know the actually what is happening. They tell you it's farmers headers clash. whereas it is the Fulani terrorists that are responsible for all this. So we go ahead. He said, Jos, Nigeria, at least 11 people are feared dead and several others injured following a deadly attack by suspected gunmen in Gwariyawa community, Angola Rukuba, served by Nigerian Catholic Archdiocese of Jos. The attack occurred on the night of March 29, Palm Sunday, at about 7:50 p.m. local time. Eyewitness said the assailant stormed the area and opened fire on unsuspecting civilians before fleeing the scene. Security agencies, including the Nigerian Army, reportedly arrived at the scene 8:45 to restore order and secure the affected community. This is the narrative of the Nigerian government because of the lobbying effort in Washington, D.C. They told you that the security agencies came to restore peace, to secure the community. But you saw the video, you saw the video that I played in relation to that attack, and you saw the resident complaining that the security agencies were nowhere to be found. In some cases, the security agencies were even blocking people, block the road, not allowing people to go after the attackers. Okay? Now, the media is portraying, painting a picture that the security agencies came on time to restore peace and order, whereas that is not the case. They said it's suspected. Eyewitnesses say assailant. But people told you that these people are Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen. The jihadists, those who they call their brothers and sisters, these are the people who are killing people. But they say suspected assailant. Casualty figures from the affected area remains unclear. You see, as some victims were evacuated during the attack, while others were taken to nearby mortuary. You see, these reporters are those who are receiving kickback from the Nigerian government. So they have to write to suit their own narrative and not actually what played out on the ground, because the people on ground have already told the world what actually happened. The Nigerian government were nowhere to be found. The security agencies were nowhere to be found, and it was attacked by the Fulani herdsmen, by the Fulani jihadists, by the Fulani terrorists, because they have 22 terrorist organizations or terrorist groups in the north. So in response, the Plateau state government imposed a 48-hour curfew across Jos North, effective from midnight of 29th April to April 1, in a bid to prevent further attack of law and order. In an interview with ACF, the sister service of EWTN News in Africa, on March 30th, Archbishop Ishak Aidu of the Archdiocese of Jos underscored the importance of relying on verified information amid conflicting reports. I think the details are not there. If I make a statement, I should do so with conviction and provide a clearer position, he said. These are the people that the Nigerian government are using. They use all these archbishops that are in Nigeria. They give them money. When news anchors comes for them to give in interview, they have to spin it to the narrative of the government. He's not saying that, oh, the statement may not be clear, that he cannot speak because he doesn't have information to his disposal. But the people on the ground have already, did you go on the ground to witness what has happened? Did you go to find out from the people actually what transpired? They are telling you that these people who came are Fulani herdsmen, but here this man is telling you, oh, I think that the details are not there. If I make a statement, I should do so with conviction and provide a clearer position. These are people who are bishops. Making reference to any report about the number of dead, the Archbishop warned again, relying on unverified figures circulating particularly on social media. Look at what this man is saying. People who went there counted the corpse. The corpse were there on the ground. But this Archbishop, this is the problem that we have. This is the problem that the Christian community have, because they allow themselves to be overwhelmed by the Nigerian government. You know, because Nigerians have made everybody poor, including the archbishops. All of them now rely on the Nigerian government for peanuts. So when those peanuts are given to them, every news that will tarnish the image of Nigeria, even to say the truth, becomes a problem. It's true that yesterday unarmed men that they say attack. He said unarmed men. That was they say attack one place, and a reporter saying about 11 people were killed, but we don't know the details. You can imagine a bishop saying you don't know the details. He noted that the curfew imposed by the state government has limited movement and made independent verification difficult. Since morning, I have not been able to even come out. Okay, I cannot even say to my own GDPS that they can brief me better, he said, referring to Church Justice Development and Peace Commission. I do express concern about misinformation, warning that inaccurate reports could worsen tension. Sometimes these people with social media just write anything, he said. He also cautioned that while the curfew is intended to restore order, it could create vulnerabilities if not carefully managed. There is heavy restriction, not even movement of anybody, except maybe the police. They don't even want to see any us working. As a result, if they don't manage the curfew well, other people can take advantage, and then more killings will take place and more innocent people will die, he warned. The Archbishop urged security agencies to remain vigilant and ensure residents are protected during the movement restriction. The timing of the attack, coinciding with the beginning of Holy Week, has heightened anxiety among residents. However, Audi refrained from attributing the violence to religious motives despite circulating rumors. You see, he refused to call evil by its name. He refused to appreciate or even give a hint of the truth and actual factor that people have been talking about, the Fulani herdsmen, the Fulani terrorists. The Fulani terrorists are responsible, but he doesn't want to say it by name because he has been compromised. There were talk that after fasting they can go to attack us or the Christians. I don't know what it is, he said. Remaining cautious, he added, please, I don't want to add more problem to what we already have. He's afraid of his life. Amid uncertainty, the church leader called on residents, especially Christians observing Holy Week to turn to prayer. Every time, let us pray. Let them pray. That is what we need now. You see, these are the people who are the evil that we have in Nigeria. Every time they are praying, let us pray. Have prayer stopped these people from coming to kill you? The answer is no. Have prayer brought a solution to all these problems? The answer is no. Why are they always telling you, let us pray, let us pray, let us pray? Because the Nigerian government have brainwashed them, have hold them hostage with money. So what they see is only money. They don't see the atrocity. They don't see the pain. They don't see the killing. They don't see the Islamization agenda. No, they don't see it. All they see is money. And that is why every time they say, let us pray. Drawing on the spiritual significance of the season, he added, the cross is only a way to the resurrection. We believe all the challenges of life, including what we are facing now, will become a thing of the past. You can imagine, since 1960 till date, it's a thing of the past. It's going to pass, but it has never passed. It has never passed. How do if we let ourselves hope and believe, just like God raised Jesus from the dead, he will raise us above all challenges. You can imagine deceiving people. He also joined his prayers with those for peace across Nigeria. There can never be peace without justice. We pray that God will restore peace to the country. Sorry, said the Angwan Rukaba incident adds to ongoing security concerns in Plateau State. The region has experienced recurring episodes of criminal and ethnic violence. Those are yet to release a comprehensive official account of the situation. Continued. And next, then there are the public that the security agencies are actively pursuing those responsibilities. This has been using words every particular time. The security agents are actively pursuing those responsibilities. None whatsoever. Nobody will be brought to justice. Nobody has been brought to justice. Nobody has paid of this insect. Following a visit to the affected community on Monday, the governor expressed deep sorrow over the incident. Today, I visited. I don't know whether my voice is coming out. Please, if my voice is coming out, let me know because I'm having some issues here, but I believe my voice is coming out. So today, Governor, I visited Rukawa in Josno local government with a heavy heart following a heinous attack on citizens. He said, I stood with grieving families, listened to their pain, and shared in their loss. No words can truly capture the depth of sorrow in this moment like this, but I want every affected family to know that you are not alone. Your pain is my pain, and the pain of the Plateau state is very, very sad. And it is wrong. This governor is lying. This governor Caleb, whatever his name is a liar from the pit of hell. He visited this community, but he was not able to call down, to match his foot on the soil of Plateau. He was sitting inside the armored tank and talking to the people. This is a governor that was supposed to come down and commiserate with the people that are directly affected by this terrorist activity. But he did not come down. But here he is lying. Oh, your pain is my pain. Your pain is my pain. My administration will pursue justice relentless until the perpetrators are brought to book. This had, they use grammar. They use big English to deceive the people. This English is something that, and that is why our leader Maazin Nnamdi said, in Biafra, we are going to be using our local languages to make laws and even debate in our House of Assembly, because this English is very deceptive. They use English, they speak big grammar that will be pleasant to your ear, to make you forget about the pain you are undergoing, to tell you all manner of promises. At the end, they can never do what they promised to do. He said Mutuang also outlined measures to support victims and families. We will also ensure that lives lost are honored with dignity through a befitting burial. There is no way to honor them with dignity. The only way to honor these people with dignity is to bring an end to this insecurity in your state. That's the only way. Because this is not the first, the second, the third, or the fourth, or the fifth. So it can never be the last. The only way that you can honor the dignity of those who died is to put an end to this barbaric killing. That is the only way. Furthermore, the Plateau State government will take full responsibility for the medical treatment of all those currently receiving care as a result of this attack. Calling for unity, he urged citizens and community leaders to collaborate with authorities. Which authorities is he trying to talk about? The same authorities that never came to their rescue while these people were being killed. The same authority that blocked the road for the youth not to run after all these attackers. The same authority that were shielding the terrorists. You see them. I call on all citizens and traditional rulers, religious leaders, and community stakeholders to work with us. Security is a shared responsibility, and together we will rise above divisions and confront these challenges with unity and resolve. He said, deception is what the Nigerian government knows how to do best. Deception. Takia, they will be deceiving you, they will be killing you, and they will be telling you sorry. That is what this governor is doing here. The governor reaffirmed his administration's commitment to peace and stability in the state, adding that, "Let me reaffirm my administration remains fully committed to restoring peace, strengthening security, and rebuilding trust across Plateau State. Residents have been advised to remain calm and cooperate with security agencies by providing useful information to support ongoing investigation into the attack." This is rubbish, this is barbaric, and these are all lies. Don't believe this governor for a word that he has said, because they use English, they coin English to deceive the people. They use it to destroy the mindset of the people not to rise up, not to rise up and face your challenges, not to rise up and defend yourself, not to rise up and fight for what you believe in. That is what the Nigerian government are good at. So thank you so much, fellow Biafrans. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. I wouldn't waste much time. I just want us to understand that Senator Ted Cruz, he has sent a tweet about this massacre that happened on Sunday, and every tweet that he's made must be taken seriously, because we understand that he's a no-nonsense senator. He's a senator that lives by his words, and we believe measures will come against the Nigerian government as at when due. But we are saying the Biafran people are also using this opportunity to speak to all these senators to really do the needful at this time, because a lot of people are still dying. How long are we continue to be writing and lamenting why Nigerian government are killing their people? How long are we going? Are you America? We are asking you. You have seen that Nigerian government is complicit. The Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz, have said it here, that the Nigerian government created this environment for insecurity. So why is the American government? Why is Rep. Riley Moore working with the Nigerian security agencies? We don't understand. The best solution is the dissolution of Nigeria. That is the best solution. And we must stand that. The Biafra people see no way forward under Nigeria. We believe the dissolution of Nigeria, not that we believe, we know, because we understand the scenario, we understand the situation. The dissolution of Nigeria will be the end to this terrorism, because it is going to disorganize every plan that they have against the indigenous people. The Fulanis who are funding them, all these terrorists who are sponsoring all this killing, once Biafra is on their own, these people will be on their own, because all these things that they are doing is a way to get more support, to conquer more territories, while they are using their security agencies to commit havoc and insecurity in our land. They are using their brothers and sisters who are the terrorists and the reintegrated Boko Haram to commit the atrocity in the north. And that is why this atrocity will not go unabated. It can never stop until Nigeria is disintegrated. So we call on America, we call on the West, we call on the world to come to the rescue of Nigerians, more importantly, Biafrans, because we are going to help America to solve this problem. And it will not cost America a lot of money, because we understand the level of investment military that America have made in Iran in order to destroy the terrorist regime. But in this case, the Biafran people, if America can arm the Biafran government, arm the Biafran Defense Forces, we are going to do the work even faster for America. We are going to work with America and Israel to dislodge and destroy these terrorists that are killing people in Nigeria. So Biafrans, while we are waiting for America to come to our rescue and give a helping hand, we are calling you as well to support the Biafran Liberation Army, the Biafran Defense Forces, the Biafran Republic government are very much important, because this is the only government that even America understands and knows that is fighting for our freedom. Support is very, very important. Pay your BLT tax. supporting every fundraising that the government has embarked upon for the freedom of the Biafran nation. Thank you so much for being part of this program. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel, and please, I want to apologize again that I am using gadgets that are old. That is why sometimes I have glitches. You know, you have the thing will just hang until I change it. Then I may have a free viewing. Okay, so please bear with me while I make plans for that. Okay, biko no na-ewe n'iwe, enwekwana onye nyere m onwe ohia ọjọọ, we can still continue to serve the public very better and very nice. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Maybe you may not have opportunity to bring somebody in, so that I don't have another another glitch on the network. So I really appreciate every one of you who was part of this broadcast. Please continue to support our government. And for those who are sitting on the fence, please, my brothers and sisters, what we need is Biafra. We need Biafra. Biafra does not belong to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra does not belong to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Biafra does not belong to Ogechukwu Nkere. Biafra belongs to each and every one of us. So if you have somebody that is representing us for Biafra and doing the best for Biafra, we all should support that person. At this time, the person that is doing the needful, the government that is representing us in the world headquarters, the Biafran Republic government in exile, is Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere, the Prime Minister. Our lobbyists, alias, they are doing well in Washington, D.C. Why not support them? If they are doing anything that is against Biafra, we the Biafran people will always know that. You don't need to tell us. Once you are for Biafra, people will always follow you. But once you are doing anything against Biafra, people will always leave you. Okay? You see that we have a government that is representing us, a government that American government acknowledges. So what is the essence of following a group when you have a government? Is it because of the envy, jealousy, and greed? Forget about this thing. Ogechukwu Nkere will not be the prime minister forever. Once we are recognized, we now form a transitional government in the homeland. Ogechukwu will not be the prime minister in the homeland. He has to contest that position when we are in the full Biafran nation. Even you that is fighting, you can contest against him in the land. So now we are fighting to be recognized and be free out of Nigeria. So why are we dividing ourselves small? The money that we shall put together to fight for our freedom, we now know, okay, and these people are not using this money for the benefit of Biafra. It is very, very sad. Please, my wonderful brothers and sisters, let us be focused. Let us get our freedom. Once Biafra is restored, we go home and settle our differences. Let me tell you, pop and play. Go to the bank, eat. First Prime Minister Simon Ekpa will be very, very happy that Biafra is restored, because he knows that it is Biafra he's fighting for. Our leader can will be very happy. They recognize the Biafra. I want you to know that can make 100 men. This that is not what we should be focused on. We should be focused on what Elias is doing. Give them the needed Biafra. Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out They may even contest the position of prime ministership and the president of Biafra when they are free from detention. Not now they are still held in detention. Onye ana nkwụ na-agba ọzọ, ngwọ na-agba ọzọ. It's very, very sad. So having said that, please, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, I appeal to you. Let us come back to our roots. Let us come back to the Biafran Republic government in exile. This is the government that is going to bring us Biafra. No other group cannot give us Biafra. And right now, Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere is doing everything possible to make sure that that happens. We need you. We need you. We need you. Come back home and support our government and support our freedom. And our ancestors will be very kind with you. Please, we appreciate our leaders. I appreciate every one of you that was part of this. And the Biafran Defense Forces will say, airborne, good morning from here and goodbye. Because I would like to sign out from here. We are going to continue from tomorrow, okay? I want everybody to know that this is the platform of Mazi David Nana of the questionnaire under the Biafran government in exile. This is the government that we are so proud about. This is the government that we are proud of our government. Our government is doing wonderfully well. So we want you to come on board and enjoy the peace and tranquility that we enjoy in Biafran government in exile. Don't make yourself a topic of discourse. Let Biafra be your destination. Forget Nigeria. Nigeria will not work. Forget obedient. Obedient will never work. Forget Atiku. Atiku are already, Nigeria is already dead. Nobody can resurrect it. So that is why we are going out of Nigeria and we are going to build the best economy in this planet Earth. And goodbye from here.